a thumb change.
Empress,
so the 1 million I'm from Jamaica. You know, if you 1 million I'm from Jamaica, that's about 7,000 at US. Good? 7,000 US can live the life in America or foreign. When I live at Jamaica.
Because
guys, let me remind you all, today is not politics day. It is not.
I don't party study.
No, man,
I'm speaking fair.
No, man, everybody put on the platform. Everybody put on politics.
Hold on, man. I am telling the people who are just enjoying the platform, it's not politics. We are talking about emancipation there. We are talking about what should we continue to teach our children about the atrocity that we as black people got through over 200 years ago. Because people like O'Keefe and 100 Lives say we shouldn't. We should have just forget it.
Me too. You were trying to forget it too. You were trying to forget it too.
Oh, you Richard, I said forget it too. So 3 people I said forget it. So I want to hear the views of Travis.
I think we should not forget it. I think we should not forget it.
We should not forget it.
Yeah.
Are you saying that because you Richards and O'Keefe said that, Altia?
But 100 Lives say
no.
Hold on,
I believe in
some questions where
Paul, my belief is if you have to know your past to know where you're going. You understand me? And your past is important because that's a part of you. You understand?
But 500 years cannot help us again. That cannot carry go nowhere.
It doesn't matter.
No, that's
where we are going.
Where again?
Where is that?
It doesn't make us sorry for ourselves. It doesn't make us sorry for ourselves. I live like we are porting. I look sympathy.
Taking us. We as a community. It's just a slogan at this point.
And like me asked earlier, should we stop teach history in school then?
No,
but because most of our history, the people who came, this, that, it will vary.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do we suffer from the atrocities of slavery today?
I don't believe so.
No, I believe so.
No, I don't believe so.
So you're going to explain to us why you believe that, Chavi.
Angela, get Chavi platform and get tell why I believe. So if you believe so, why?
Me answer a question too. A lot of people say yes, and a majority yes, and some say no.
So Travis,
answer. I know everybody answer. Who else want to give answer? Like Joshua Empress, I didn't get an answer from you guys.
I still believe that.
Yes, I think we do are feeling the effects of slavery. Yes, I do believe so.
Yeah, okay. I hear you. I think that's everybody. And my answer is yes. And I raise the question simply because I believe that.
I know that we are still suffering from it. And when you're finished giving your point of view, Travi, I will give my reasons behind it. And also cite other examples why it's important. Remember.
I'm appalled that O'Keefe, an educator, does not think that, and that is not an attack on you. Here's why I say it, O'Keefe. I wanted to understand it. Because, you know, we can be very, one time because we argue politics and we can be at each other's throat at time, but this is not an attack on you. I want you to understand me. And the reason why we still suffer from slavery, and I'm making this point, after 400 years where our language has been taken, our civilization has been taken, more than 400 years, by the way, for centuries on top of centuries. Education, our history have been taken. Because let me tell you something. We are the cradle of civilization. I want you to look into the world that you live into today and see how much things that is of essential need to people now that was created by our people, yet we do not get the economic benefit from these creations. Plus, we don't have our own banking system. We don't have our own health system. We don't have our own education system. We literally control nothing. Now, if you should study history enough and look before this slavery thing, it was not so. Then if they take away our economic powers, if you take away our our civilization. It takes away our education, or our actual language, or identity. How can you now say in this day and age that we don't still suffer from the remnants of slavery?
Like, listen me, we as individuals now suffer the remnants of slavery. I believe
Richard.
As individuals.
Go ahead.
As individuals. You my point. Maybe as a nation, as black people on the earth, good, based on what we should have done and what we did there before. But as an individual, I believe we are suffering the remnants of slavery. Because we're more independent now. We are living life. Because look at some place in Africa where never have slavery. Look how them people live. The same black man them down there are plunder and loot the people live in a subhuman life. You get me I say? And then the country like Ethiopia never colonized yet. Ethiopia, nobody never colonized Ethiopia. So I'm saying to you, and these people live in a substandard life. So I'm saying maybe other people, the individual, like not individual, other nation, black nation, we are suffering remnants because guess what? Somebody still live in this thing. I look back at it and say, them cow down here and come struggle and very and we work for build this and very. There's a lot of successful, rich black man around the world with use the same system and turn billionaire out tight. And you have others like most of the black when they go down all Harlem and them places. All of my earth split in all America. Because they believe the people owe them something to go Harlem. And owe you something like I say, yo, they will show the woods and black man and white man and very blah 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 blah. And yes, you go some local place like that black people live. People are nice, productive life.
I was waiting.
Hold on, let me say something before you start, Joshua. Let me repeat to Travis before you start, Joshua. Slavery has nothing to do with black people today. We are the biggest enemy of ourselves now. Slavery gone over 500 years ago. We can, all right, make we use this guy from Africa, Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. Look at that young man, or that young man take up that country in hand and build in the country. What the nearby country, they want a Arab country.
Some black man don't like it.
Saudi Arabia, hold on you. Saudi Arabia offer him 110 mosques. Right? If you say, yes, we're a Muslim country, but we don't want 10. Give us some hospital and schools. We don't want nothing like that. The man use the resources, and I'm not talking in politics or anything, please don't. I'm not talking in politics, we just talk about black people. We don't excel ourselves. Same thing in America. When you do Uber or you do DoorDash and go in any dilapidated community, black people live there. Education, they get the same amount of education white picnic and any other people get. It is there. Racism is here. Racism is here, but them have to do it in a diplomacy. And we as black people are not excelling ourselves, and that's why the slavery foolishness need to stop, teach, and cut out. That's my point, Joshua. You can go on now.
Okay. So, here you but me not agree still, but
Mr. Host, you know, the conversation is useful because two things it has sought to do: to expose our ignorance, and hopefully, number two, to set the record straight. Because, and it exposes our ignorance from the perspective that we do not understand who we were as a people before slavery. And then secondly, we do not understand fully what took place in America. And not just America, but France and other European nations such as Portugal, Belgium and those places after slavery, right? As recently as the 60s, a lot of things took place that robbed us even further. So while slavery had ended, we were further being disparaged and robbed. Now, before slavery, we had kingdoms like the Mali Kingdom, which was one of the wealthiest places in the world. There's a man known as Mansa Musa, which was the wealthiest man alive, the wealthiest man that has ever lived, it is said. You have I hope I pronounce it correctly, Idomia, right? And when you do your research on these places, they were highly developed.
The word not reparation. Wait, reparation mean not search. Reparation.
What you said?
No, I was saying that the word not search or reparation.
No, that's not the word I was searching for. But
no, man. We not say repatriation, but it's reparation. Where you pay back.
Right. All right. Thanks. Right. Now, a lot of these places were highly developed. To this day, there are some countries in Africa that is known as the Francophone countries. And the reason they're called the Francophone countries is that France is responsible for these country. The same country that was just named, that Ibrahim is a part of, and he's the president of, was one of the Francophone countries. What France does, someone is taping me or they have their mics open, so it's echoing. Right? Now, what happened in the Francophone countries is that 85% of the GDP of those countries is repatriated to France. Repatriated to France, not reparated, but repatriated to France. 85% of the GDP of those nations. So the gold, the silver, the ore, and anything else that they earn, 85% goes to France, and they are only allowed, notice I use the word allowed, to keep 15% of their total GDP. And that's expected to use to run the country. And if they do well with the 15%, then they are loaned something out of the 85%, not given, loaned something out of it. And they repay it with interest to this day. Right?
Joshua, that's what happened to 82, Joshua. 80.
Right.
80 is the same thing.
Right. Then you also have Belgium. Belgium was responsible for DRC. At the time, it was not known as DRC. Give me the name, Althea, that they used to call it before DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Right? Where King Leopold.
It's the Congo, the name that time there.
Right. Where King Leopold of Belgium slaughtered, it is said, 20 million Africans and robbed them of their minerals and send it to Belgium. In fact, if you go to the British Museum, and I know I'm all over the place because it's so much. If you go to the British Museum, a lot of gold is now in England, stored in the palace and in the museums that was taken from Africa. Right? That is just some of the few. South Africa was another thing with apartheid. The white plantocracy in South Africa controlled the mass of the land, the vast majority of the land that they stole from the people who are from Africa and made themselves wealthy out of it while the masses suffered. And when they tried to advance themselves, action was taken to keep them poorer. And in the United States, our beloved adopted country, because I can't speak bad of the country that I call home for the time being, right? They had what was known as redlining. For those of you who don't know, redlining was a line that they used to find out where the blacks lived in this country.
Joshua, in the time, you tell me how it affect with no. They are tell you what happening. You tell me how it affect black people now.
You will see. That's
no,
what
tell me, yeah. You're rich. We all know it's rich, but tell me how it affect.
Joshua, that's what I'm saying. You're talking about history, the past. How is it affecting us now? The majority of the world is in.
I am trying.
Let him land the man because they do not understand it and you don't need it in lesson. So just relax and listen.
Listen, you need to hear them before the sisters tell.
Yeah, them the whole time. Everybody on the platform know what Joshua does say that. Every last one know that.
Hold on, let me ask you this. Hold on, let me ask you this. No.
When I first come to Africa, I Ethiopia and never colonized it. Ethiopia go to Africa, never colonized and live and Liberia. Never ever colonized.
Boy.
And they are the most wet. They are the most wet.
Again, Richard.
But they are poor. They are most poor in
Africa. Richard. You don't understand.
Hold on, Richard and Travis. Make Joshi land, man.
Thank you.
I tell you, so it affect now.
Yeah, man. Make Joshua land.
Gentlemen, Hugh Richards, you said that was in the past. Notice I said that there are countries in Africa that are now, not in the past, now being called the Francophone country. And I tell you that 85% of their GDP, not in the past, it's still happening. Still happening, where the people cannot enrich themselves and cannot benefit from the land because France said them own the country. These countries are, France said them own it. The country was cut up at the Balfour.
Okay, hold on, Joshua. So who colonized?
Joshua, how it affect we in the West now?
No, hold on.
How it affect we in the West?
You're going to ask him.
Hold on. Ask me after I'm done. Hold on.
Burkina Faso.
O'Keefe, resist the temptation. O'Keefe, resist the temptation from talking over Joshi. Joshi, land and make O'Keefe talk. Please, land.
Now, at the Balfour Declaration, they cut up a lot of country, right? When they cut it up, they divide it among themselves. And all of the wealth of those countries, to this day, go to these countries that, quote unquote, own these countries. How does it affect them? Because they prioritize the white plantocracy and the white business people. Yes, individuals may benefit from it. And I hear Hugh Richards says, as a people, it may affect us, but individually, it doesn't affect us. Then what form of people? Isn't it individuals that become a people? Right? That's one. Now, redlining, how it affects us. After slavery, they had what they call 40 acres and a mule. Right? So first of all, they rewarded the plantocracy 20 million pounds each for the loss of slavery. Each of them was what?
Judge, we issueless when we're up on the platform, no.
Hold on, man. You ask me how it affects us now.
No, the it affect we know today. Yes,
sir.
today it affect we know today.
Sir, let me finish.
How it affect we are Jamaica today? How it affect we are Jamaica today?
If you don't listen, now go
here. We're going to narrate it to Jamaica. We're going to narrate them to Jamaica. How it affect we are Jamaica and Africa? Yeah.
Sir, if you don't listen, you won't hear.
No, but yeah, but more I know. I'm going to narrate them to Jamaica, please.
If you don't listen, Jamaica and the Caribbean. Sir, if you don't listen, you won't hear.
But you got the plantocracy, they got a long time.
Sir.
All right, continue.
The white former colonial masters, they were all awarded $20 million each, and the blacks, nowhere in the world was awarded anything. So the white people, the descendants of the whites who still live among us, right, whether it be in Jamaica or other places, they were given that money. Not only that, but especially
some people fight repatriation. Yes. No.
Sir.
Wait, man, Joshua. Right. How is that affecting me and you today? Oh, slavery affect me today. Tell me how slavery affect me today.
Hey, hold on about you and
something. Can I say something?
Before I bring in Empress, look here. You, Richard, you sound like an individualist, if any words go.
Yeah, man, no. What must
hold on, Richard. Hold on, man. You sound like an individualist. You only think for yourself.
No, that's how black people in Caribbean anyway.
Wait, man. You are saying it now affect we in Jamaica, because in Jamaica you all look good. You're not busy with your black brother and sister in Africa, other part of the world. Even 80. Look at France to 80. It affect 80 up to today. Because 80 did fight for them.
Hold on, Carl. You know what happened to 80? You know about Duvalier, Papa Doc.
Look here. As a
Carl, them drain 80, Papa Doc and Baby Doc. Drain 80.
Yeah, but all of them. No, that is not the only thing we have to do. I am saying. Wait now. O'Keefe, I am saying to you, Richards. I am saying to you, Richards. Wait to you, Richards. I am saying to you, Richards. Say, let us not be individualists because it now affect Jamaica.
No, man, that's why I say black people like Caribbean and the West. That's why I say how it affect black people like Caribbean and America today.
That's our black people. We are the only set of nation. We are the only nation. The only type of people, the only race will never get compensation. We are the only set.
Carl, let me say this
Carl?
to you, please. Hold on. Mr. Rue Richards never talked about the affect. He's saying, say about the history. All he's saying is that you have to know how it affect we as individuals. I mean, me yet fi hear a victim black. You see everything what Joshua say, me can bring a go. If me driving in my car right now, me can carry go 10 old man. We are gonna give a more radical story than what Joshua say. You understand? And them are gonna say the same thing.
But
And them are gonna say,
Ibrahim Traore.
all of them,
Ibrahim Traore is
hold on, okay, wait, no, okay, hold on, okay. The whole of them are gonna say the same thing, and them are the whole of them are gonna paint. And you see, by the time they don't talk, hold on, Chavi me a talk. By the time they don't talk, Carl, you see, by the time they don't talk, hold on, please, you see, by the time they finish talk, you see, when you go in your car and you look for a white man, you hate him. You understand? And then they plant so much history, and it happen now, and it this, and 80%, 90% of your money I got this, so, and them are gonna name one clan and one group, and them are gonna tell you how black people. The script is so written. I've heard it all. You understand? But I am always advocating for the black people to be on the mindset of what O'Keefe said. We are our own.
All right.
We are our own.
I could definitely bring in Empress now. Empress, come in.
All right. The question is asked, do we think that we are still feeling the effects of slavery, right? And if we understand what slavery is all about, now I am looking in modern day, am I being recorded? Yes, you can. I'm looking at modern day, just look at the United States. Have anyone heard about food deserts? Have you ever heard about food deserts, Carl?
No, you tell us what it is.
All right. So what is food deserts? So what it is it's like a geographical area, where people lived, like they, like how they would create safe seats and safe areas, but they put a lot of more predominantly blacks. And when people were migrating, for example, to Canada, the immigrants would go into certain area, and all persons coming in for refugee status and stuff, they put them in certain areas. So that area is considered, like what they're doing in Canada, also in the States too, they're what we're calling gentrifying these neighborhoods. And people are now being made aware of these things that are happening to them, is that they keep them and they're lacking health care, fresh fruits and vegetables, and certain things. So basically they have them so they get sick. They're able to they're going to need medication, so they do not provide healthy foods for them. Shops are not there. Farmers market don't go into these neighborhoods because guess what? And you don't get the best teachers. Talk about modern slavery. It has not gone anywhere, Carl. It is there. And I would even say in our Jamaica, it hasn't gone anywhere because the mental slavery is still there.
Mental slavery. But one argue, but Empress, as you touch the mental slavery.
Allow me to finish, please. Allow me to finish.
Make you finish.
Allow me to finish.
Let you finish.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Yeah, but make you finish. Yeah, make you finish, O'Keefe. Make you finish, please.
Yeah, so Carl, this is the thing, is that the bondage is not, and the chains are not on. But when you sit into these TikTok spaces and you hear these people talk about even the politics that we do not want to talk about today, but guess what? Hold on. The mentality and the depraved and the information that has been given, and they sit not even aware of it, and we are so dark and blinded to the mental slavery.
All right, Carl.
All right. Make we hear from
let me for 1 second. Carl, may I tell you how we know say black people are worst enemy? And give me let me say. In Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and most of the black government now are fight against Igbo and Tory.
Me know that.
So listen, me know, man.
No,
me tell what me said for say. Yeah. Because him now I try to liberate black people, and these criminals where buy big jet and big things don't know say to show them up, and youths are go over to like Igbo and Tory. They want us. So listen, Jamaica now. What Jamaica now? A black youth are driving in Benz. Remember, I know, car you're rich, you know, but you're a black man and your son are driving Benz, and he says, then I know him, go to, bam, police stop him. Then he knows your car pick me. You see a white man pick me, I go to a brown, Mr. Matalan pick me, I go up the road. Stop. Good morning, sir, and good afternoon. Oh, can I see your papers?
Oh gosh, beautiful, Mr. Richard.
So,
beautiful.
So wait, me say. So listen me, you know, call a millionaire, you know. And cars and I go up 9 car. Me say me live in 9 car, boop it. Police stop him. Hey boy, pull over there, sir. Papers. Blah blah. Can't not see a rough mop. And when Carl come as the big black man now and say, hey, I might pick that now and say, oh sorry, sir, I don't want to say a few. What Mr. Matalan pick me? Girl figure suck. I go to you and say, hello Sam, excuse me, good afternoon. We pull over to stop for a speed check. You were going 65 in a 6 mile zone and start speaking spoken to them. It's my Jamaica brother. Black people are saying me brother.
Yeah, but that when you just say a while ago, you know, confirm for say
mental slavery.
Racism,
That means say we need to emancipate yourself from it.
Hold on. So
we need
Richard,
to stop it, brother.
Richard, hold on, Richard.
Yes.
I don't see how it ties into your position, say slavery no affect you know. What you just said, I don't see how it ties in to the position you say.
You want me to tell you it ties in?
Yeah, tell me, please.
Let me tell you why. Because me, O'Keefe, and Angela said, stop telling picnic about slavery and make them grow up and believe the white people more superior to them. Stop telling them about it. And then we say Africa brought forth kings and queens, but our foreparents were so stupid and so loving. Them allow black people to trick them and care them going to slavery. But we are kings and queens.
Simple as that.
Wait, hold on for a second.
O'Keefe, allow Travis then DP.
Calm down, O'Keefe, because you Richard just make my point for me. I didn't even know. O'Keefe said, stop teaching. You say, Richard, stop teaching them that what they have been teaching them.
Stop telling them about slavery and tell them, say, in the beginning, black people were kings and queens. When we civilized white people, it was a cage.
In the beginning. All right.
We need to start telling them we are kings.
Richard.
Every black man a king and every black man a queen.
Richard, allow Travis to come in. I remember we have other people, yes, sir.
Richard, you are actually making my point for me. And you don't even realize it. And if you don't calm down, think about it. Think about it and think about what you're saying. I said to you that they took away our systems, our system of education, our system of health, everything. Or system of self-governance. And you hear you come and explain all that and say, oh, and this happen now in the government and this happen and this happen. Because they took away our system. And after years of no education, we're operating under FIDEM system now. And that you don't get. FIDEM system we are using now.
We're not operating on the system. We want to operate under FIDEM system.
I don't know about that. That's all like fun to me. I don't know about that.
I want 100 lives.
No, man, make him point, man. No, man, make sure make him point. Yeah, make Travis make him point. Travis. So wait, Travis.
After Travis a DP, nobody else.
Yeah, man. Wait, Travis. Let's ask that question, Travis. So are you saying that we must start educate the people about where we are, where original roots then?
Thank you very much.
We are kings and queens.
Thank you very much.
And we must think as such.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then we made it for the same page. What that you brother?
Again, Richard. Richard, like I listen now. Hold on. Let's like how Richard I listen now. I'll say this to you, Richard. If we don't control the educational system, you see the true education of you agree upon yourself, you really think it'll reach the people them? In fact, watch this now. Watch this now. If you go up in this society with them create, you need their education, and even with it, you go at their BS. Because check out every single company.
If you left Jamaica with a degree, you have to America go to feed them people, feed them work. Where your degree more.
You. Never close with that point. Yeah, close with that point. You see the greatest investment right now that they have that and we don't have as a people is control. The true power is in control, and we are in control of nothing. Okay. That's the problem.
I agree with it.
Well said. DP. Come in, DP.
Yes, sir.
I guess you hear the question, right?
No, I'm gonna hear the question. Okay.
All right. The question is: should we forget about slavery, or should we still teach our children and grandchildren what took place some 500 years ago?
Should we forget about slavery, and should we stop teaching our grandchildren of what the white men did to us? Brother, that question alone should even been asked. Because if you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you go. The next thing, anything, I'm like use analogy. If I have one girlfriend or they cheat for me, I may just get up and forget about it and I put nothing in safeguard that. It's easy for happen to me again. Don't you think, Carl?
Yeah, true.
So when me come in at the argument and hear somebody who claim to be an educator saying stop teaching history because it's foolishness and it's this and that. It's just supposed to show.
He did not say that. No,
that
he did not say
please allow me to talk. Please allow me to talk. On a run Joshua. On a
talk politics, boy. You don't make me come on.
Yo, Joshua. I want to now run me.
Yo. Okay, man, dog.
Me here. So if you stop teach history and it's foolishness and blaming black people, say we do this and we do that. And right there, so it tells me that these men are still mentally enslaved. And if you don't want me to talk politics, me can talk politics. But me here say we not talk no politics.
No, we're not talking politics.
So me talk freely.
Yeah.
When a black man can still be blaming black men for slavery, it goes to show that they are still enslaved. When I hear a black man now saying, don't teach what happened in the 400 years, don't teach the middle passage, don't preach, say, then put we in some vessel, tackles us in the bottom of the boat, them, carry we across the the Atlantic Ocean, we defecate upon one another, cholera, all kind of disease. Someone we decide so we now
them grape off with mothers,
yes, sir. So let me fast forward since I got this. So even during the time when they enslaved us, you did have all two white men come from drink and them bridging and see one of our black sister them pregnant. And guess and say a boy or a girl and I want to say a girl and I want to say a boy and just cut her belly, make it baby drop out and then gone and laugh. And we are going to say today we should stop teach what was done to us. On Emancipation Day, we have Jamaican black men saying, abolish the teaching of the wickedness, the atrocity that was met out to us. Who will be to get the glory from that? The same beneficiary from slave owners.
Argument.
The people them right now that are still ruling and governing and creating hate and deception. When them know the truth, them want to drag over. All right, let's fast forward to now. Who we saw knock the chain around a black man neck in Jamaica and claiming they have the key?
Carl, this is not a platform, Carl.
If we don't know, our past, let me land this up, Carl.
If we don't
answering your question, Carl, tell him man to stop talking. When him attack, then always attack. Answering the question and landing there. If we don't teach our children and grandchildren what the wicked white men do to us, worse than putting around a chain around a black man's neck will be happening. We are going to go back right to them the other way. Them do whatever they want to do. And them set the narrative.
Please.
And you have like a young man, you have a young man now, like a 100 saying, me can't drive no longer thing and all you do is hate. We shouldn't be hating the people that might do stuff. Why we should? If we hate them, why? Wait a minute, talk, man. That me not like about you know. I mean, I try to be decent. I don't want to get this turn thing next way. All I'm saying is because a brain like a 100 is not taught the proper things that I want to know. Him now see it as knowing what was done to his 4 parents as something wrong, and he shouldn't be teaching. Why? Why would you not want to teach what happened to you? Who did whatever to you? Melinda Sokal.
All right. 100 live. You say you want to present your case. Go on.
All right. Hold on. Let me say this. All right, cool. No, please just listen, right? I advocate for stop teaching it, right? Me know say I'm not going to go into the fallacies, the past. I'm not going to say in the words. I'm not going to say. I don't know. Seems to say the same thing, but we should know where we come from to know where we're going. It just sounds sexy, sounds fancy, so no use it. Right? I was born into Soji,
let him speak, Soji, please.
Right? Slavery happened, made up on the side of repatriation and getting back all of the money. And as we would say earlier in the argument, right, is that I am the only thing I advocate and I try to strike out of the black community is the victim mentality that corrodes our judgment and we fail to admit it, right? I was born in Jamaica, right, as a young man. Right, I get the opportunity through family via whatever, I become a foreign, I buck up and worse a victim. People were living as squalor and then blame the white man. I came here and in less than 3 years, I do my schooling or whatever. I'm advance and gain my electrical certificate and whatever and do my thing. I work as an electrician for a company where I teach people, blah, 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 right? I know people that hate me 100 life, black man, when me know hate me, right? And the reason why him don't like me are because me are going to like me better than him. And the reason why me are going to like me better than him is because I'm coming at the white man system and I use the white man system and I make money with the white man system.
Amen.
Me I buy me car and the white man system me I use. And me I expose him. Him sit down in my yard, I play a game, right? Every day and whatever. I live in a government housing, government this, government that. Right? And me have admission for own a property as a young man. Them don't like me. Because me come and I use the system and I excel myself. Me now rap myself or them used to cut out with them used to grip off with ladies them. So me I go sit down and suck the government money and this and now excel myself. Right? Me go live and me go call myself a black victim. And me go teach my son say, you know son, guess what? 500 years ago, them used to analyze we. So you know grow up with that the mentality that they don't know with their life, don't participate in a life because the white man are gonna come and they go pat you on the back and they go say, see some money here, go and go do something with your life. And them rob.
Who's teaching that? One question, who's teaching that though? When this which you're describing, who's teaching that?
That is the birth product of teaching people about the past.
Sir.
That is what you birth.
No, sir. I believe your understanding is subjective to you. That's your understanding. That is not the understanding. That's not my understanding.
You can let me check up fourth term, please.
Make him finish.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, right. Just circle, yeah.
I mean, I tell you, like, 100 and a sound educated to that at all.
4 terms.
You see when people try to disagree with you, no brother, you don't have to get disrespectful.
That's why exactly.
I will never. You hold a different stance. You hold a different. Why? So why you gonna question my education?
100 because who you hear?
You hold a different stance. Don't get rude. Don't get rude, big man. All right, just don't talk to me. Please don't call me name.
Offended.
DP.
Teaching anybody to sit
down. We're not going good, brother. We're not going good, man.
Hold on, everybody. Honestly, we are going to agree for disagree today, no. And we're not going to disrespect nobody.
Exactly.
Please, we are big man. We are big people.
Look at me and Travis.
We at 100 Live and Travis. Me, they're on the side for say, we're supposed to teach our children and grandchildren about the atrocity that take place 400 to 500 years ago. They need to know.
Yeah, but you know,
and some others are saying stop teaching.
Oh, I have a question for you. Who is teaching us history when that man just saw a while ago about to sit down in your yard and get government? Shut up, brother.
Hold on, we need to calm down. DP, they answer for me.
Just ask the question, Chavi. The host if you ask the question.
All right, go ahead.
So you hear 100 saw a while ago call. Who is teaching that as black history? And that's my question.
Okay. Well, 100 live in the box can defend himself.
Talk to him, man. So
look here, because you make some little petty things I get off. I reason, guys.
Carl, you see if man, you see if you can't control on the tongue, and I go right up on the mic, and I disrespect people, and I go beside the argument, don't talk to me. We're talking about one thing. So why you gonna mention my education and you not even know nothing about me?
All right, 100 Live. Fly past that. You're schooler.
You're rude.
DP, just rest it right there, sir. DP, just
disagree with your stance.
Just rest it right there, sir. Rest it. Let go for that answer the question. Just let go that.
But if the man says
excellent, come in, excellent.
If the man say unlike, the man say you sound like. If the man say you sound like you don't, you never say you don't, you say you sound like.
Not even repeat it, excellent. Please.
Right. You only answer that right now. Me live in Canada too, but who control Canada? Is it black man or white man? Where your point? You were trying to talk to you. No, you come on the platform, we have a conversation.
You Richards, I think you're being too combative, you Richards.
No, he asked a question. He asked a question.
It's a valid question.
Let me answer.
Hold on. Excellent. Hold on.
It's a white man country.
Wait. You Richards, me and you just agree about that we as a people don't control anything. His question tie into something you just agree to it.
That's why I'm asking what's the point of the question? The point me I try to make is we don't control nothing, so we still in them slavery.
Okay. All right. Agree. Yes, I agree.
And the thing with 100 Live, and the thing with 100 Live said India, Canada, and come and get this and get that. You have white people where they are too, when you like other white people step up in their life. And you have black people too, when you like other black people step up in their life. So it's not only black people don't like other black people step up in their life. You have white people stay so in life, and one white people step up in their life too. Me see them thing there.
But answer the question still excellent. Do you think we should stop teach our grandchildren and children and great-grand about our history, about the atrocity that take place 500 years ago?
I said it before me answer the question. Somebody say, quote a Bob Marley song where say, we have to
emancipate ourselves.
We emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. But in the same breath, Bob Marley sing say, without our great past, we cannot know the future.
And until in the same song, and in the same song, I think him say until the color of a man's skin is of
no more significance as the color of his eyes.
Thank you. Everywhere it's war. So 100 live, and you Richards, boy, me disagree with you to the max.
Yeah, but before photo, I ask one question. Who did sell the blacks to the white in Africa?
Yeah. Be that as it name, my brother. And we know that they say no. And that's how they know.
Am I time card?
Oh yeah, your time Soji. True. A your time Soji. True.
You may say to yourself. Today day, emancipation day. See?
Yeah.
And from me I come on internet, whether we have discussed politics or not, it's the worst I've ever heard or seen on the internet. When a man go say, you should forget your past. If you cut me down find a drop of blood, is that possible? How do you come mix tie in a man when I want to work and a man when I want to work? Because all of us up here work. All of us up here want to work. How do you tie in a man when I want to work into this argument? A man no want to work, he no want to work, no matter the color and skin. If a man no want to work, he no want to work. How can you, in your heart, as a black man, come up here and say nothing?
Top up the life for me, nobody knows. Top up for me now, please.
We must forget the history of what happened to us.
Can't forget.
We are blind. We are blinded by such success, our personal success. That we say forget what happened to us.
So, my brother.
Yes.
It is that pays for the system that exists today. It is that is the catalyst for the society where we live in today. So it's crazy that they said that.
Yeah. Because trust me, hey Chavi, right now you don't know a cold bumper take me man I talk to for years.
Jojo.
What a black man mouth, brother. What a black man mouth, brother.
No, Carl, me might never say nothing about forgetting. I never mentioned forget out of my mouth.
Hold on. Soji up on the floor. Soji attack.
Listen to me, man. Me know when me hear and me know no man can tell me what they never say. Me know when me hear.
And hear every man say. Me say forget.
Listen. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. Listen to what me I say to one. A man circumstances, whether I'm putting himself in there or not putting himself in there, not have nothing with if you forget slavery. In no matter what kind of circumstances, we could never in our lifetime dream.
What's slavery to you as an individual? What's slavery to you as an individual?
Soji?
Me I listening but me not talk to him. Because me not
okay, all right. Like when you're not talking to him.
Yeah, but me not
someone else
say no.
So you're close.
Well, no, man, me finish now, sir.
Okay.
No, me not finish. But me not go into that argument with the man because unless you're fool and blind and dumb, you have to ask me unless you're fool. Unless you're fool. You understand me? You would have asked that question. What slavery do to me individually? You fool for you ask that question. Because it's obvious. It's obvious. The opportunities are closed down because they are controlled by the white man through slavery.
You feel like you get angry when you lose your flow.
Yeah. Stop getting emotional and get angry.
I forget emotional, Carl. I forget emotional.
But even if you get emotional, me too. Me get emotional, but maybe I have to try to control myself same way.
So what if you stay focused, make him
Yes.
The same thing like with the poll right now argue because the slavery thing right.
Yes. You understand me? So I want to say this. Carl. And I'll say this, Carl. And I'll say this. Listen to me. Carl, there is no way on the life earth, the topic that you put out, that anybody here could come here defend anything else. It's shocking. But what I realize is that our individual benefit outshine what is real and what is not real. Our individual success.
Yeah, man, the opportunity to buy one car.
The overall status of our people and the position that we are on the economic ladder. Just because I am doing well, forget all that shit.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but
because I come by a car now
mind.
That's Rosa Park. They have to stand up and say,
look at that.
You didn't know Bob Marley didn't talk to you as an individual, but he was talking to us as a people.
It's crazy.
And that's a collective call, and that's an individual call.
But bring in 4-term talk.
Alright, I can bring in others now. I can bring in others.
Before you bring in, you know, me I make you know, soldier. Me never say nothing about forget the evil caveat. I'm gonna say I'm all about the repatriation.
No, but 100 live.
No. You make some point.
If
you were rebutting me, no, if you were rebutting me and said I said to forget, you're telling me.
No, but you make some point that can't make sense. You can't make some point that can't make sense.
May have him panty.
Can't make sense.
Fix it. Fix it. DP, calm down. They must fix it and they must fix it.
Okay.
Let
me answer this.
So what you finish?
100 live. I know that. Because 40% was human being.
4-term, come in 4-term. Everybody else, mute them mic.
Me actually I go on stage in a less than an hour, but I mean I want to voice up myself. But I never know say it was a historical reason in the plan still. But if we don't get the
4-term, big me up when I go up on the stage, yeah, 4-term. 40.
If time permits, I want Travis to do me a favor. Yeah. You, Richards, on a panel the other day said, if we are saying that PNP mash up the country, yeah, and they rule 35 to 34 years JLP.
No, the PNP, let me tell you this question. PNP rule Jamaica 30 years, JLP do fit 34.
Yeah.
And if the JLP say every time the PNP in power, they mash up the country. The JLP must can't tell what they do for build the country. That's all I mean. That question I ask. I'm here for your answer.
You know, say 4-term and you, Richards. Let me say this to both of you.
But we not go there.
You really don't want to politics today.
Yeah, we not go there. We not go to politics. 4-term. One next, we not go engage the argument there. So tomorrow we start. One
second. I said if time permits, because I really want to hear the
time the permit. I'm why I'm watching the show.
Can I finish, please?
Make him finish, Mr. Richards.
Yeah, Travi, him same one we tell him one thing what the JLP do to repair the damages.
Yeah, but the one, I say what they do to rebuild back the country after the third term mash.
Hold on.
But we not go there, someone we are talking about. We believe in that. We still your feet, we still teach slavery in that school.
I'm just asking.
No, change the man subject, brother.
No, you don't have to answer no. Maybe we can take to the next time, but I just want to put it on record. 1 second, please.
Even at the jail, this when you ask, this when you put something across, that's why for the for the platform now. Me I go ask in the question. You have to make it quick, it's way has to make sense.
Like, no, brother, we are talking about slavery in a school. Slavery in a that we are talking about.
Jamaica. I turned to him and said, listen to me. It's not 18 years the PNP has been in Jamaica. The PNP going to go 30 years. Good? And the jail for 34 years. You've been always saying every time the PNP government they wreck the country. I am asking you the question now. What the JLP, I am agreeing with you now for this thing, this argument, that the PNP wreck the country. However, you must tell me now what the JLP did to build back the country. And they can't answer. Even though
what they are saying is non-factual, but you just give them the benefit.
I just give them the benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm saying. If you see this argument, you understand, Roach? The PNP wreck the country.
Yeah, man, me know.
So tell me, I get the question of return upon the marks, you know? Tell me what the JLP do for pin it back. And then can't answer. Because they want to talk every day, say the PNP mash up the country, things that play, blah, blah, blah. Then can't tell us, all right? When the JLP come to the power in 1980, Edward Seago, the ABCD. When Bruce Cole they come after PJ, mash up the country. When PJ mash up the country in the 80s, Yeah, in the 2019s, yeah, this is what Bush got in 2004. When Bush wrecked the country, 2012 to 2016, this is what the JLP do. They can't tell me that.
All right, so Travi, when you get a chance, I have time permits.
Where you fight?
Yeah, when no. Me not go condone it. Me really not going at it. When Travis get a chance another time, and Porter get a chance another time, we discuss politics.
Because that easy to answer.
To discuss this topic today.
Hold on. We're not going to discuss it. It's a very easy thing to answer. I mean, if not going to answer it now. Do I can answer it now? We have to work with the rules. No, hold on. I'm saying, yeah, we are work with the rules. The rules are the host. Yeah. We hear it, we clock it, and we're going to have a discussion about it. The same program.
So listen, we're going to have a discussion. I would like you to bring back Travi and you, Richards.
Yes, man.
I'm saying we can't answer about it. So you, Richards and Travi, we want to schedule a reasoning on that.
Yeah, man.
You, Richards, so we can't answer when him asks. So, boom. All right, give thanks. Yeah. And 100, you have a thing named historical denialism. It can be it can negatively impact a lot of things. It can impact reparation. It can impact accountability. It can, impede progress when it comes down to where we are as a people. And for the gentleman who said black people is the one who sold out black people to white people, please do your research on how the British were able to send in their military and had the Africans at gunpoint. Yeah? I go down there, I'm going to stick up African and take the people them. Wait there, I'm going to stick up African and take the people them. Yeah. So we're going to Ghana. We're going to Ghana.
Have you traveled down to Ghana and you?
Richard, you are so argumentative, Richard. You're being argumentative. No, Richard, we want to reason with you, not argue. All right. I need you to just calm down and make you do a reasoning, bro. All right. You just always feel like you're arguing.
All right, that's true. Make a read for the thing. Carl Lewis said, should we still be teaching about slavery in school? Me say no. Yeah. Yes. We need to teach about African greatness. How great was us before this thing named slavery coming. We were kings and queens. We that control the world. We have the wealth of the world. The wealth of the world belongs to Africa. Good. But because we God period, we four period was so soft and loving, the white man they come and trick with. Because nobody in Africa never knows that we are coming as slaves.
America coming at that, Richards.
No, man,
you're just a lie. You're just a lie.
I misspoke. I misspoke.
You know, I
was speaking about the white men. So what I'm saying, while we say slavery is a part of everything, but we can't tell them, say, listen, we were great people, great men and women, we are kings and queens. Good? However, because the love we have for people, when the white man come, we accept them. Good? And then manipulate with love our weakness to loving people and trick us into slavery. However, and then we can start telling them. But wait no man. But basically, then we start telling them what slavery do and what slavery do. But then we can reach back the point there, because we are great people. Because still the wealth of the world still in Africa. The iron in the world in Africa. Gold and the ruby and the diamond in Africa. These are things we need to sell people. I mean, we are kings and queens. We don't look about slavery.
One second, Empress. This is the problem with this type of rhetoric. The problem with this type of rhetoric is same way the white man wants us to think. He wants us to not.
Same way want.
So we're not kings and queens. When we were kings and queens in
Can I finish, please? The white man wants us to think that what the impact of slavery is not supposed to be highlighted, while the white
Did I say that?
Can I finish, please? While the white man celebrates or speak about his atrocities like the Holocaust every chance he gets.
Which white man you refer to for term? I did some stuck last.
The white man.
You don't have to name it out.
The Europeans
But a European right now, I perform against the white.
That's the next general statement. European white states.
The musical industry where you live in a country by the white man.
The colonizers offspring.
And them control the music industry where you live in, brother. Where you make money out of,
so again, it is proven that you reach a genuine reasoning. You want to argue because you're not allowing the man to make him point. You just argue. And it is a reasoning, not an argument.
You expect a was to make money, Travi? Travi, do you expect a was to make money?
If we try, the was to try though.
But I hear a DP, but the floor is really 4 terms. Let's hear it.
The chosen people, they still to this day get your the taxpayer dollars from different regions. They get reparation, they get land, where they can even take more land. And none of you who dare to want us to forget about slavery and speak only about the good things that our ancestors had prior to slavery would go publicly on your platform and tell these people to move on and don't speak about the atrocities. They document the atrocities. When you go to tertiary education or through tertiary education, you realize how they minimize Black sufferings or African sufferings. And it's more feeding the students or the pupils now more of their history,
narrative, and their pain, and we never had it.
That is the reason why they're trying to remove the books out of the schools. So I will leave it here because I wish I could partake in the conversation much more, but I'm going on stage in 40 minutes. So bless up on yourself.
Okay. I want to ask Hugh something. Hugh, what knowledge do you have of the West Coast enslavement of our people coming to the New World or to the Western world? What is the knowledge you have and recent knowledge that you have?
Can I tell you the knowledge of me go beyond slavery? I know that the first university in the world, on the continent of Africa, in Timbuktu. First one.
Yeah,
let me finish. Yeah, my question. I tell you from where me I come from.
No, what I'm saying, I'm talking about slavery. No, but hear my question. No. My question is, you're talking about the greatness. We know that we were. No, that's not what my question is. My question, I'm not on the greatness because it is inevitable. We were the greatest. Timbuktu having the first university, best university, we know that we are the chosen people.
Empress. So isn't that a better way to teach our children now today?
I agree with you.
Can I ask you a question? Isn't that better if we tell us about our greatness leading down to slavery?
But can we do both?
Better than what?
Listen to me. I am saying to you, when I ask you the question, my question to you, what do you understand and know of the Atlantic Passage, the Middle Passage coming along the Atlantic to the New World, to the Western world? No, I'm not talking about their greatness prior to them being colonized by Europe. I don't want the prior. I want the colonization to transfer. Yes.
Empress. Yes. You want me to tell people, say, Black people are some idiot. Sit down in Africa and white man go take them and come slave them. And that's what I tell them. So what you want me to tell them?
Okay, so Hugh, here, if we're gonna try to educate our people, we want to have factual information, right? So you want to give the story of who we were before enslavement, right? And we understand that because I don't think
nobody people don't understand it. Young people don't understand that. Young people don't understand that. So we did great.
Know that we were. Yes.
Empress. Allow me. Now make you look like we are arguing. Listen on me dealing with my...
not arguing.
Wait, let me tell you, I'm teach my pit to them. Make them not sorry for themselves. We were great people. However, For the love of people, we allow the white man them to come trick we and we sell our fellow black men into slavery.
Repeat that again so I can record it. Repeat that again so I can
record it. Yeah. Take time. Make it record.
Wanna be quiet, guys.
Remember, come on, record.
Into my goal.
Make it record. Yeah, listen. I want to tell my black brothers and sisters that black people were great people of Africa, great kings and queens who allow themselves, because the love of them as a people, allow the white men who civilized long after them to trick them to selling their people into slavery. We'll tape it and do it tape and play as we say.
No, man, that's exactly. And thank you very much, sir, because this is gold.
Please stop up the live for me. Please stop up the live. Please,
my point all along.
And to you, Richard.
You haven't answered my question. And I said, for me, you can remiss the part about who we were before, and I want you to give us an understanding of the Atlantic Passage, the Middle Passage, coming across the Atlantic to what is it that you understand?
I heard that our foreparents sell us into slavery because they trick us and tell us them a carry a guy in Europe to work, and we sell and selling as slavery. Yeah, that we know. But we know that before that we were great. We were great. We were great kings and queens. And we have a root. Then because we have one diamond and gold and ruby.
Richard, may I ask you a question?
Okay,
yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. So you hear them thing about do no research for yourself.
They tell me say true. Because the first professor in Nairobi is Timbuktu. The first professor in Nairobi is a black man. The first professor in Nairobi is a black man.
Big man, let me tell you something. Go listen to
when black man civilized white men that came in Europe.
Well, I know them enter in Africa as barbarian, brethren. Barbaric. When they invade Africa. Never know nothing at all about civilization.
May I ask you one question?
I wanted us to finish up with.
We are civilized people. Let me ask you what Excellency. Excellency, we are civilized people, allow uncivilized people to bring in slavery. Answer the question.
Listen what I tell them, brethren. And allow them invaded Africa road boy, and capital and take people, and take the high priests them to teach them certain knowledge. Big man. They mean hear about in a Timbuktu.
So when you say brother, then that me tell you say yeah.
But me tell you what you say them just no, you are saying them just slave people like that, but me actually say I fight then invade and take people and do all kind of thing. And
that people sell them out. Bro, listen me good. My thing is
repeat to yourself again. Empress says she want to finish, so make Empress finish. You gotta repeat yourself for your from morning. Exactly. Go ahead, Empress.
Okay.
Go ahead, Empress.
What I did, I had the opportunity of doing the Middle Passage at O levels. And I did it because I'm a very inquisitive person, that I wanted to understand how slaves came to across the Atlantic and whatever. One thing I wanted to complete on my bucket list, Hugh, was to visit Africa and to go and to see where that Middle Passage, where did that take place? Down to Ghana, been out to other places, but one of the things I learned when I went there, Hugh, was that the same how the Europeans came through churches. The Church of England was the originator of the slave trade.
But exactly what we just said.
Hold on, I didn't know what you were saying. I didn't.
You never know. Okay,
I never heard you. I never told you about your dunces.
Yo, be quiet, man. Talk.
So what happened? One of the things is through the same church. That what they did, understanding, yes.
Make the lady finish, man. Honestly, man. You need to see if you can resist the temptation, you. Make you finish, man.
One of the things is that Europe came in. Not that only Europe came in, it was different part of Europe. Because when you go down to Ghana, you have the Dutch, you have the French, you have different holding. You have the ones that came to the Caribbean. You have, when I went there, I didn't even realize that, what's this one that Jamaica always talk about in soccer there? Can't remember the Brazil. They got the most slaves from They have
Portuguese.
But come on, what does Brazil speak?
Portuguese.
What did Brazil speak? So what I'm saying, Europe. So what they did is, so they had different. So you have
the Portuguese
oh God Almighty, Jesus Christ! You went there, or me?
No, man.
So bottom line. So what happened? You have Europe. You have Europe. So you have okay. All right. Let me say as you wanted. So you have. You have different areas of Europe.
Empress, just pause a second. You Richard. Just stop and allow people to speak, no man. It sounds like a quarrel.
No, she was saying
even me a cut off. Even me a cut off. Even me a cut off, Richard. Even me a cut off.
All right, sorry.
What I was saying, you have the English-speaking Caribbean. You have the Dutch, who speak Papamento down in thing. You had the Portuguese. You had French. You had the Spanish. You have all of Europe, the different areas of Europe that speak their different language. Everybody came down into Africa, futile land, using the Christianity. What the practice of Africa is that with the kings and queens, biblically, if at all they they would run afoul or steal or whatever, they would engage them in putting them into, you have to work into somebody's field for say 7 years, and that was a punishment. And what they did, they came in and they adopted that. And what they did, they took them, they educated our own people, sent them to England for education, brought them back to use church. And when they had these evangelistic series, and they will have them evangelizing in church, this is how they would go in and capture them. So the story of where you're talking about, oh, they went in and we sold our people. No, it was the practice.
Them use a lot of different
practice. Yes, it was the practice of them.
We should target to exactly what she has to say.
The practice, I don't know what you said before, but you know what happens sometimes.
Because they love how we love people, we allow them to trick with.
Oh God Almighty. So they use the practice of the church, and what it is when you go and you see, they will take them from the outer regions, like in Ghana, you came from the northern region from where Nanny was, because I remember I went to a place where Nanny's thing was there. I took picture with it. They would take them from the upper region, the northern region where the Asantes are, and they would bring them down to the coast, which is mighty God how far it was. And they bring them and then they put them on to the slave ships. So what it is, I do agree with you, but one of the thing Hugh, I was saying is that basically, even though we know we were it is important to let the people know that, hey, the passage, it was the church actually of England that was the most disgusting of everything. The church, not talking about your brother just selling you, coming to a neighborhood and your brother say, oh, go to slavery. Absolutely not, because that was the perception I had before visiting. That was how I taught, not realizing that it was a practice that they came in and they replicated and they brought them in churches. So they used their own people to conduct these as pastors and took them away from the church, just like what they did down in Alabama with the Tuskegee, where they gave having the nurses going around and giving syphilis to our black men and use them as guinea pigs in order to come out with the syphilis thing. So we have all been enslaved in one way or the other, from the Middle Passage to today, where they're using us as guinea pigs in medicine and all. So slavery is a mental thing right now, even though we are not bounded, and that's why I say slavery is still on, and it's mental now. And I land.
I have a question for you. I have one question and then me I go left. No, you have a reason with you. Yeah, man, I have one question and then you can respond to her. Yes, you can. No, hear me ask you. If you in a... Hold on, Chavi.
Yeah, man, okay. Yeah, man, make you know. Yeah.
Mr. Richards, if you are into the traffic something of minors, right? And you have your brethren them where you sell little children to. And me selling my 12-year-old daughter. should that relieve you and your friend them from whatever they end up doing to those children?
No.
Okay.
So where you ask that? Where point?
You keep on beating this to say the original. You can't ask me my point when me answer now, then you talk, sir. You ask me the point, so since you miss it, let me try to clear it up for you.
Take a deep breath, man. Take a deep breath.
Clear. Okay, so listen, you see the finger always point forward and I'll punish you.
All
right, you want me to ask you a question again and you try to see my point?
Richard, you're starting to be argumentative again. You're asking what's his point. Allow him to answer. No, but you're asking one point. Just allow him to answer.
All right, go on.
So, sir, you keep on saying and blaming Soji. Blaming, as you learn, and a lot of us heard that, no, listen, when Portuguese, whatever you want to call them, went to Africa, them just say something to the brother them and say, yo, we want some people, and the black people, I'm going to go round up other black people and sell them into slavery. And you're saying, do not teach that part, just teach how great we were.
No, right? I did not say that. I did not say that.
But I said come across. What are the DP? I said come across.
No, you tell what I said. Mr. If you start and
what are the you? I said exactly what DP say. I said come across.
All right. So if I say come across, let me restate
it. So why we can't do both? In your response to you, Bashan say why we can't do both.
No, let me explain. Let me explain. On a long explain. Just give me two minutes. All right. What I'm saying.
That was why I came in.
Wait, no, let me say no, man. Jesus.
Let him talk, Empress.
I mean, I maybe on 100 level a year. I said, if you teach you pick the ball slave, where we start from till you go in a slave. That's what I said. I said we need to teach our pick them that before
you're being disingenuous. Can I finish? Your standpoint is your hard point was do not teach that. The better if you teach.
The argument was stop teaching it. The argument was stop teaching it.
That was slavery.
I was here before DT, but I can tell you. The argument was stop teaching it.
Wait, man. Listen what I said.
Yeah, right. If you change your mind, you know, Mr. Richards, because we're human beings.
From me and OJ and Oki there, I said, listen me. You know, we need to not teach about slavery.
You know, say, man. That's it.
Let me tell you, Jesus, can I own a love me, man? That's like, let me love me.
Like when people do exactly what you do to people.
Okay then. All right.
Yeah, but it don't make it right, man. Law will make him finish.
Yeah, man, me not say right. Me just correct him.
Man, but law will make him finish, man. Finish
all right. If anybody said in a year, say something say, me I go say something else on this. I said, me want to start from where it come from first, from existence. When Timbuktu was the first university, the first professor was a black man. We were great kings and queens, and for the love of people. For the love of people, we are low.
He did, Soji. No, he did. He said several times.
Soji, allow him, please. I want to give somebody own medicine. But
let me answer when he asks me, because me really want to come down.
No answer yet, DP, so till him finish.
Let me finish the DP, man.
He cut me off and we didn't say to him.
Let me make a speech and then the answer.
All right, DP, ask me a question. DP, ask me a question. Go on.
If you're into trafficking and me sell my little 12-year-old to you, should you be relieved of whatever because I me sell my daughter? And you answer and you say no. And then you say, what was the purpose of that? I mean, I explain it to you based on what I gather from your outbursts all the time is that because of black people sell black into slavery, we should just blame the black people. And just all what them do to us, which are that are the argument, are the discussion. What we endure during slavery, we should stop teach that. And that may I get from you, O'Keefe, and 100. That is not important because it will create this blaming thing, and we shouldn't do that because of we. Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, Carl.
Yeah, no, man, don't come, man. What are the reason? So look here now. They wanna try to blame the white man that carry on slavery, you know. When me and them put the flame across the floor. Because if the black man never sell weed to the white man, would have never been a slavery. That's what I'm saying now. So
you know that is not true. That is not true.
See, they know, Lord God, but I will explain.
Sold by our people.
Can I explain?
No, we were not sold by our people. That's not
don't
true.
tell me no. Don't tell me no. Don't tell me no.
Explain. The reason why they were not sold, they were not sold.
My time enough. It's my time enough. It's my time enough.
Explain.
It's my time. Low me. Low me. Good.
Let him explain.
I see the way you say you're not going to I'm saying to you.
One year still.
Exactly. I can't go to the one. Because you say from man. Say the fact that we were the first civilized nation on earth. Good. Me tell about the Timbuktu and the great kings and queens. However, when the Portuguese come first, good, they never come as bandits and criminals. Empress then come as church Christian, and because we believe in a God, and we all are righteous, and we are God-fearing and loving people, we allow them to manipulate us.
But you, another side starting of you. Wait a
man.
Another side start.
I tell you where start from now.
It start from in Egypt, big man. Slavery, they're selling us slavery start from
Egypt. Slavery was out before Christ. Egypt, Arab are the first man said black people.
Ancient slavery,
Wait a man. Arab are the first one in Egypt. But
yeah, them are the first, yes. But
black. Wait a man. So no, wait a man. Excellent. This is excellent. This is man. Arab, the Egyptian them. Wait a man, the Egyptian them. The Egyptian them, Arab, semi-black people them, sell the black Israelites them in a slave. First, as a slave stopper. But we are dealing with the white part where the Yasa and the Amiga passes. Because at the time, everything the continent of Africa, we are talking about how we reach us now. That's how we they know. So how we reach us now, and when the Portuguese then come with them church and them biblicalness, and two we are so loving and we are so God-fearing, they manipulated us, and that's so it start. When me say wrong, maybe I try to agree now. I go school. I can explain like Empress as a university graduate. But basic education.
1 second there. When me listen to a man a scholar from Ethiopia named Dr. Beniaka, and I teach about the slavery in Egypt. It wasn't the Arab alone who enslaved black people in Egypt.
Arab and black people alone they did that, no man. No white people never did in them time. The white people they are sin and destruction bring white people. I went Pharaoh. When Jesus, when Pharaoh that disbelieve and no one said he'll set them free, Jesus was bring this. God said, "I send destruction upon them." And when he see in wife, in black wife and white, destruction bring forth white.
Hey, Yurchan, stop all this nonsense. Because right now, even the whole point of the argument is lost because you know.
Anyway, you got that.
You give me 1 minute at a time. I'm gonna say something quickly. Just one line almost. Did you know I was shocked? A few weeks ago I went to Egypt. I never knew. I'm stupid, but we can't know everything. I learned when I went to the museum and I look right up front. I learned that at the front it says Egypt. It says black land. I was like, shit. I'm sorry, guys. I was like, shit, black land. Then I realized, I said, but am I not on top of the Mother Africa, which we are only looking at? But we were right on top because Egypt is on top with Morocco and all the, I'm like, oh shit, black land. So it says a lot of things. Moses was black and it just twin everything, and that's why I love traveling because you learn so much. And I learn.
I'm going to the party. I'm going to the party.
Turns up a lot of eyes. Let me tell you, it's okay.
So go ahead. So hold on, because we
the permanent will be a black slave from black Israelite slave. But that's still black man. Because Pharaoh was a black man.
Hold on. You see, we are misconstrued them time there, and now. Those people were workers. Them that work, them get them pay. You need to understand with slavery is black people being captured and being placed in harsh conditions to work for nothing.
Correct.
There's a difference.
Chavi, when Dr. Benayaka teach to say in Egypt, where them do the white man come in and them and them what they do, then learn certain things and then get to know so they can what you call it now, they can
manipulate,
they can divide the
So
people.
hold on.
We allow them to manipulate us and
wait, you Richard.
Yeah.
Who remember when I said the real problem is control?
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah, you said, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Divide
Somebody want to.
Let me just say something. Divide and when do the white man learn, like Dr. Benayaka teach say in Egypt, them learn certain things and then get find out so they can divide the people. So when they start carrying news from North Egypt to from South Egypt to North Egypt. And because the one them on the north side, them skin a little lighter than the one them on the south. But them are the same people who are praying the same God. But when them do not then carry news.
Let me tell you something. And even 100 line. Yes, you use one word earlier on. And this is not shading you. This is us coming to a common understanding. You use the word hate. And I'm telling you, you don't know what hate is. You don't know what the word hate means. Because here's what we continuously we keep doing. Here's what we do continuously. Hate. This is our understanding of hate. This is somebody who does get angry. That's not hate. Hate is a system. It's the system that still works today. Slavery is a system. And that system is still working today. And much people don't know it. So no comes, hold on, because we see some people and we feel anger. We say that's hate. And that is the misconception that we have. And a lot
people
of
use
time,
dislike as hate to Travis.
yeah. When we talk about slavery, some people only think about being whipped, working out in the sun, chopping cane. And that's the only understanding they have of slavery. And that is so false.
So a mentality we are talking about now. That's how we want to emancipate ourselves from it. We need to emancipate ourselves from it.
Listen. And at this mere talk, if right now, in the moment, you're wrong and I know say you're wrong, you Richard. And I talk about mental slavery.
Yeah, mentally
slavery still exists and it exists systematically. And that we are trying to get here, you don't understand.
Travel, we can't emancipate yourself until we go back at the place where everybody look like we know. Who control the West?
Exactly.
Excellent. Hold on. Because you Richards need to hear this, and many people need to hear this. You Richards, slavery still exists till today, and it exists systematically.
Oh, explain.
You Richards.
Explain, man.
Yeah. But if you listen, you will hear the explanation. If you don't listen, you're not going to hear it. Your child and my child is born at a disadvantage in the system that they call economy and economics. You realize that?
Ask you a question, come there. Ask you a question.
Wait,
I'll take your question. Wait, let me hear a few questions. Let me hear a few, then we'll go back to him and just try to tell us. But he might ask first.
Long time there.
Yeah, Chavi, let me ask you a question. So, like what I say, we stop teach about slavery. So, we stop teach about Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and all those great men who fight to come out of slavery. So, if we're going to stop teach your kids about slavery, we're going to stop teaching about all those great men too.
Listen.
No, Leonard, then change their mind. Hold on, Travis. Then change their mind. Then stop. Them change their mind, Leonard. Them now saying teach both. Them change from saying stop teaching.
And because of how long you man having question, I want to ask and couldn't get asked. But me take your question, Leonard. Me take your question. It's a foolish argument. You already know it. You know it before you answer. And I'll say this to you. And I'll say this to you. You see, people without their history is like trees that don't have roots.
Okay, all right.
So look, you know, me can Travis, so me and you.
Somebody trying to talk.
Oh, you say now it's a question.
But it's the same thing DP was saying.
Give him a couple of seconds. Make him talk. Make him say something, man.
Brother.
DP was trying to hear you.
It's something deep when I try to say, if you remember your past, brother, you can't see your future. We're going to have to remember your past, the struggle,
You're going to make the same
the
mistake
thing where we
again.
have come from. Yeah, because so when I know, say, if we are going to stop teach we kids them about slavery, we're not going to teach them about Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all those man, Nelson Mandela, all those things we fight.
Leonard, can I tell you the flip side of that, Leonard?
Yeah.
We, the victims, I say we should not teach our children of our victimization. Yeah. But the predator, teach them. Hold on, hear this. No, Richard, you need to hear this. The predator continues to teach his child that you are a predator and these are your prey.
All right, so look here now. So part of history is
Richard,
where we come from.
Richard, you don't understand what I just say a while ago. You don't understand what I just say a while ago, you know.
I understand everything we say, but you see the question I ask now. So part of our history is not that in the beginning we were the first professors, the first black university in the world.
We teach them things all the while, you Richard. So
wait, excellence, man. Excellence, cool, man. May I say if this is not part of our history, leading down to slavery, that we were kings and queens.
Yeah,
we were professors.
But you Richards, you keep on a debate on the first part that we say we were kings and queens, and fine. Yeah. We're teachers, so should we not teach our children, say boy, we find ourselves in the atrocity?
If we not teach us how we come from the beginning,
even as you put it. Hold on, you Richards. Even as you put it for say we were the black man who was sell black man and blah blah blah. Wait. Should you not teach your children them everything? More than just teach them the good part and left out the bad part. Why?
That is exactly my.
But Carl, we teach them things there. If you listen, most of the Rasta man and we teach them about thousands of things there. Kings of the earth, come to yourself.
Of course.
We teach them things there all the time, road boy.
Of course we do that.
We are telling the black people like kings and queens. We delete them kings and queens. We teach them things there all the time.
I want to say excellence. Listen to this. You know that today, a certain man who owns a hotel in Jamaica will not allow any black person to work on his front desk. Today, Jamaica, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you facts. Today, a certain man will not allow any black person to work on his front desk in his hotel.
Our black country.
That's a fact in Jamaica today. So when them come here trying to find excuse for what happened to us and for us to just sweep it under the carpet.
No, we can never forget it.
Yeah,
never.
Total, there should never be an end to it. If I've been hurt before, never until now. Such arguments should never be entertained or even utter black man mouth.
Well,
are you serious?
Hey guys, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second,
Go ahead,
please. You see the last time, and if I've offended you 100, may I apologize. That wasn't my intention. Me never say you're dumb or you're stupid. Me say you're sounding today. But me just remember say we have this discussion before. And I pointed out to you that me get to learn this in America. Say, if my son graduate from Harvard with the top of the line GPA and whatever, and the other color people them graduate, when my son apply to the same place for work, the fact that them still ask about zip code and your ethnicity and all of that. The other people, them papers, I'm in a Walmart, so I don't want to talk too loud, so I can't say it now. The white people, them pitney, for them application view 5 times more than any other black person. And I'm talking about equal. It cannot be the same thing in Jamaica. It cannot be the same thing. Let me finish what I say. I am saying what we're experiencing today, this is not blaming.
DP, pause. Let me get one point. This man says same thing in Jamaica. So may I ask you a question? Hold on. Application forms in Jamaica has that box where I ask you your ethnicity, whether you're black, you're Indian, you're Chinese, you're Arab, or you're white. So you can't say the same thing, bro. What you're too argumentative, bro. You're not always have to argue against everything that is said.
No. Colorism. You see, colorism, they all about, you know.
Yeah, but which part Matalan Pitney them are going to apply? No, for sure, it's a foolishness that. Which part Matalan Pitney them apply for job?
Anyway,
foolishness of region stop getting out of here. Matalan Pitney them not writing application to nowhere, sir.
That's the point. That's my point.
But that them are the hiring.
Richard, that is not your point. Richard, that is not your point.
I am explaining that when my son send him application to go work at Chase Bank, and you have 10 more other white Pitney, we got the same school graduate with the same GPA.
Probably application a lower GPA.
Me could do the victim blaming something.
Is that the white man country?
When you apply, and them view the white people them 5 times more than his application.
Is that the white man country?
No, capture land. Richard, stop it as a capture land. No,
it's a white capture land.
A capture land. Not for them country. It's not for them country, so stop that crap.
Yeah, but it's a white. Listen, a white man run the country then. A white man run the country.
Man, them
what is it that them run? What is it that they don't run?
Them control the West, brother. Them control it.
Gentle people. What I'm trying to prove is that when Josh was trying to present, you kept on cutting him off and being disrespectful. I said, so it applied to today. Yes, Richard, you were saying, talk about Jamaica more here. Yeah, we know about Africa.
DP, you come up here for cussing.
Today, we have remnants of how we have been oppressed as a people. And I know you may talk to bro. A 100 minute address when we are talking about we are victim and we are this and we need to change the narrative.
I should go your female vice. When you say female vice
now, we are experiencing that where just your zip code alone in America.
Yeah, but that's in a white man country. America, the white man country. White dominating country.
All right. DP, you finish. DP, you finish. You finish, DP. Because I don't know that's for Africa. But ask that for Africa. Like, are you serious?
Can I say something, Carl? Can I say something?
Anisha, from female.
Anisha, please. Anisha, please.
Okay, make Anisha,
okay. Please.
It's Carl platform, you know. The other brother, your DPB.
No, hold on.
Everyone, understand?
Okay, we are reason, man.
That does it mean?
Okay, we are reason.
When you from Anisha,
and your pint, man.
Anisha, come in.
Carl, you know, I find disingenuous about some of these people. Just the other day we saw where a chain was put around a black man's neck. And the white man say, only him alone have the
politics, everything I will reason.
Everything you have to answer to. Some little things are going to slip in at the thing, man. Make sure talk the man and everything you have to pay attention.
Carl, you said it's a
look here, let me see where she go and then me decide what to do. Please, just allow me. Let me hear where Anisha go. Then me decide what to do. Anisha, make your point.
No, Hugh Richard is saying, how does that affect our mentality? Now, as a black man, right? And you see something like that. That not trigger something in you, Hugh Richards? You can tell me, that not trigger something in you?
Is that question you ask?
Is
that question you ask?
You don't reply to it. Don't reply to that. You just leave it alone.
Is that question? No, man. Make you decide that. You can't decide
leave it alone. You leave it alone. Don't reply to it.
Right? Put we back in a slavery. That is what he's saying. And
that's the reason why I don't want to talk about
slavery again.
I don't know not support slave master. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, here was still. Me hear you know, but me not really want to go in at the time.
Okay, Michael man was a slave master and Buster man.
We really want because we know where to go. We know where to go. We know where to go.
Carl, I am not going.
Anisha.
Carl, I am not going back there, so but I am saying this is how disingenuous they
The topic
are.
what we say do you believe we shall still teach slavery in a school? That
Of course.
yeah, then tell you why.
And your answer is of course.
Why?
And why?
Tell you why.
Why are you charge?
Simple as that. Why you give your reason?
Okay, let me ask a question, please. Why you support that, Anisha?
Because we need to know where we are coming from.
Okay, agree.
We have to know history, we have to know history.
So Anisha, we are reason. You know I know say we was king and queens. You know I know say we are king and queen before slavery. And we were the first professor.
Hold on, Anisha.
You don't know that. Nobody know that, man.
You Richard. Tell me who has disputed that fact that you stated that we were kings and queens. Tell me who dispute or who fight against that teaching. Tell me who does that. Who on this platform that is doing that? Tell me. You Richard, we agree with that point. And you Richard, no, about teaching the part of our history that you keep pushing out.
Exactly.
That we were king. Richard, Lord Jesus Christ.
We don't know about that school.
Jesus Christ.
Why would not? Why may I tell you? No,
Mr. Man, no, you Richard, you tell me from just come. No,
Anisha,
you tell me from just come. Say we not.
No, Travis,
reason. And then be a reason. I just switch with you.
Anisha, you finish?
Yeah, stick to yourself.
Travis, make Anisha finish now, please.
Rosa Parks and then people will fight for our freedom.
Exactly.
Our freedom from in America.
We not know about
no, Rosa Parks fight nothing for me. Rosa Parks American.
Fight for me.
Hold on. Hold up.
Yes, you Richards and O'Keefe. But telling you from there, so on is a individualist.
Okay, but no, exactly.
I don't know the word because so maybe I make up the one there.
There is individualism.
Yes,
yeah, man.
I need to clear something.
Some set of individualist. Only deal with yourself alone. Wait, man.
You Richard.
Guys, but they're on the floor, me attack. Just give me a chance, so please and thanks. Thank you very much. You Richards and O'Keefe, who are individualists. Trust me. We don't know business with the other rest of black people we are suffer elsewhere. We don't only talk about Jamaica, and nobody in Jamaica now. Watch out, man. We don't need to stop talk, man. Because if my black brother suffer in Canada because of racism and class,
black man go they're not tough, they're not vote black woman, black one idiot. Black man America.
But how much Jamaicans live in America?
The black woman. Because they're afraid of woman. They don't want a woman on them.
How much Jamaicans live in America right now?
Black man, wait a man, black man in America, what do you get a black woman and vote against a black woman?
What call gun?
Let me say one thing, Travis.
Thank you
And
very
human
much.
rights.
For black people, segregation for black people in America. In America. Black people in America. Look up stuff don't mature like me idiot.
All right.
You are.
Black
no,
people
you
in
are,
America.
Sir. You are an idiot.
Please just allow me to finish from here. See, call her up and come back before you make your life cut off. You know. Was during the time of segregation, right? And it is a pivotal turning point in the fight to our rights. Rosa Parks incident happened in America, I think in New York to be specific, but it was recognized globally because segregation wasn't just America.
New York or Alabama?
Segregation. Thank you for the correction. Thank you for the correction. Segregation wasn't unique to just the United States, and we must stop this nonsense. Everybody's contribution is to be recognized and to be respected because the struggle is global and it was not in one corner of this world.
Exactly. And again, O'Keefe and you, Richard.
But Marcus Garden was speaking for just Jamaican alone, you know. He was speaking for the Black nation.
We're the excellent. O'Keefe and Hugh Richards, how many young persons today know about Madame Rose Leon and her contribution to Jamaica? Tell me.
Nothing to Jamaica. Because when she do that, Jamaica.
She bringing beauty culture in Jamaica.
Madame Rose foolishness.
Madame Rose Leon, she attack. Beauty culture, she had the person who
did come up with the polio?
No, man, Rose Leon.
We are the polio minister.
Did you say Madame Rose Leon or Rosa Parks?
I said Rosa Parks first, and I just said Madame Rose Leon.
Madame Rose is Jamaican.
Right, yes, and I said how many young persons of today know about Madame Rose Leon?
But then more Jamaican know about Madame Rosa Parks than Rose Leon. Because of course more Jamaican know about Rosa Parks than Rose Leon.
But
yeah, that is so. That is so.
You know, let me finish.
Richard, why is that? Richard, let me ask you why. Let me ask you why. I'm listening.
Jamaicans, since the latter part, start dealing America history as Black history. America is not Black history, bro.
Again.
Black history.
Hold on. Wait. Richard, what you said just now is not entirely accurate. Never explain it to you if you allow me. The reason why American history, American Black history has such a huge influence on Jamaica is because Jamaica's broadcasting really come through America, coming to Jamaica. You remember one time when the music was American songs being sung over? Until some man rise up in other country and say they want to do their own music and it must be played mainstream. And that's even the television.
Rubbish you're talking. You're not even know your music culture. Rubbish you're talking.
All right.
Music culture.
Tell me.
You know about music culture. You know from Scare Mentor coming down. Scare Mentor Rocksteady coming down. You know music culture. It's just in the 90s and 80s they do a cover version of the American song.
Please come in.
What you know about our music culture? You know about Scare?
Rocksteady music. Let's keep it in.
You know about Scare and Rocksteady you're talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't call
me. Ask this question.
Mute. Everybody mute. Ada.
Yes. Okay.
I can get frustrated.
Who is the original singer for? Hold on a second. Who is the original singer for One Love?
Lord Jesus Christ. Excellent. Let me finish what I say first and then leave it to you. O'Keefe said something nonsensical about Madame Rose Leon, which is wrong. Madame Rose Leon was the one who come up with the polio. Right? That was when you know that is why
Miss, I did not say that. I said I know about beauty culture. She runs beauty culture. That's all I said. I know. I'm not going to tear her down. I said what I know about Madame Leon is for cosmetology. I know about her for cosmetology. That's what I know about her. I want to try to reason for people.
You Richards, before Sir John Golding. Before Sir John Golding, when we selling this false narrative about polio with Sir John Golding, it was Madame Rose Leon. You can't tell me about no, me an idiot.
I don't know. I'm not going to run you though. I know that Sir John Golden combat the disease. He came from England and combat it as a doctor, the polio disease in Jamaica. I know that. I'm not going to tell Madam Rosalie and don't do anything. I would never tell you that. I'm not going to run you down. The only thing I said I know about is cosmetology. Cosmetology. That's what I said.
Okay, cool, man.
It was.
Is Madam Rosalie invent polio?
Yes. Before Sir John Golden
invent polo. What kind of invent polo?
Invent polo. And read if you Richard.
What is polo? What is polo? Define polo, Miss. What is polo? You don't understand what you're talking about.
I said polio. Polio.
Eh? Yeah, what is polio? Yeah, what is polio?
No, maybe Anisha. Hold on, maybe I get something mixed up.
Hello.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, Anisha. Hold on, Madam
Leon is not a doctor.
Guys, hold on.
She's cannot come here.
Give me a chance to talk now.
Go and
give me a chance to talk now, please. Thanks. Madam Rosalie was a politician. She was once.
Okay, Carl, she was in medicine. She was
Madam Rosalie,
cosmetology.
Carl, me not ask you.
What she have gone through the polar? She have nothing to do with the polar. Maybe I talk about
Carl, me not asking you, and that is the reason why you see, that's the problem now, you know. You see, because Madam Rosalie and history was not taught so much, that is why people attack foolishness. She was.
Madam Leon was a medical doctor, Miss. Madam Rosalie was a medical doctor. Madam, she's not a medical doctor.
Jesus Christ.
She's not a medical doctor. No, she's for cosmetology.
O'Keefe,
Miss, don't tell me no. Madam Rosalie is a politician that she passed through floor. She served PNP, she served JLP.
I cut off for John Golden, they know about it.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Guys, hold on. Can somebody just Google it?
Yeah,
I'm in the process and I don't think I am going to read it now. I don't think you're accurate there.
I am going to read it. Allow me to read it now. Allow me to read it.
I don't think you were accurate.
Good. Madam Rosalie, business pioneer, born in Kingston and studies cosmetic chemistry in New York. In 1939, with her husband Arthur Leon, she started Leon Beauty Products, one of the first Jamaican companies making beauty products locally as an alternative imported product. Made from white people. This is made for white people. Listen to me. Founding member of the Jamaica Manufacturer Association in 1947. Political pioneer. Joined the JLP in 1944. Was the chairman of the JLP in 1948 to 1960. Appointed Ministry of Health. This is why he come in with the pole and she make John Golden come. So we are rich now. Ministry of Health, she appointed Ministry of 1953, Ministry of Government started. Then she switched to the PNP in 1967. Elected PNP Council in 1969. Deputy Mayor in KSAC 1971. Minister of Local Government 1972 under Michael Malley. She was one of the few people who served as minister in both political parties. In woman leadership and so Madam Rosalie, yeah, in the 50s when Norman was the prime minister, yeah, she served as minister of health, and as she bringing Sir John Golden to deal with the polio academy. You understand now? Good. So she was.
So what you know? No, because you start, I listen to see if you don't bring something different, but I same thing you bring as something that I put introduced. But you know what I'm gonna do right now, so I'm gonna show you where. Sometimes we're just too angry, we're too noisy, and we're too argumentative that we don't learn anything. Because what you know, O'Keefe know her through beauty and beauty products. And O'Keefe is correct. Anisha know her through her exploits in health. And she's also correct.
No,
but guess what? It took people back.
No, she says a doctor.
Hold on.
Anisha says she's a doctor. Don't come with your blasting.
Hold on.
She said she's a doctor.
Hold on.
Hold on,
Hold
guys,
on,
guys, hold on. You see, me tell you, we just love argue. And I don't know what kind of prize we are winning for the arguing, or who can argue most, but I know there's no prize. So that's why I try to work this thing out. Anisha's opening argument is that she was, in fact, she even goes as far as she invented polo, which I knew was not correct, right? But she had bring across her point and connecting her to polio, right? Whether through the fight or through cure or whatever it is, but she was trying to make the connection for her and polio. But guess what? Who never want to listen to that?
Wait the Empress. Wait the Empress. Travis, let me read. Wait there. The Polio Rehabilitation Center was founded by Mrs. Rose Leon, the Minister of Health in 1954.
You're right. You're right.
And it's not the first me hearing this. This is not the first I'm hearing this.
And
but
this one
point
here again.
Is this, hold on. The assailant point is this. We are so angry. And even though it's not a political discussion, we still operating as if it were in the political ring. And that's what you know, we still operate with the traits, mindset, and tactics of the political rings.
Let me do this. Let me do this. One second, Hugh.
Wait, no, man, we do it again. Soldier, I'm going to show the minister. Wait, no, man, she was the Minister of Health who bring John Gold in here. That's what we said.
Yes, but you said your point already. Madam Rose,
that's after you read what you read. At first, that wasn't your stance, your Richards.
No.
I know. Madam Roseland and Madam me never have no opinion from Madam Roseland. Because I don't know about her, I have to research. So nobody said me did say, me never said.
1 second, please. Madame Rose Leon, widely known as Rose Leon, played a crucial leadership role as Minister of Health and Housing during Jamaica's regional polio epidemic. He actually mobilized the health department, personally visited areas and rallied public health workers to manage outbreak responses and drive immunization efforts. Leading role, she served as the Minister of Health and Housing, critical polio epidemic period. On the ground, she visited high-risk troubled spots across the island, and in her administrative role, she rallied the entire national health infrastructure to workshops to confront the disease. And that's pretty much what her role was. So then, as the Minister of Health, she would have then brought in Golden in order to help, because she was the Minister of Health then.
So what you Richards read different from that?
No. Make argue. Is it that we introduce something in the argument? Because when Madam Rosen come in, good, I thought was Rosa Parks. So that's why I made it argue because they say she not done for Jamaica. But Rosa,
yes, Richard. I remember when you asked, what you say? Rosa Parks, I remember that. Yes, you did that. You don't be honest about that.
But before I started, I said, me I can bring it back to Jamaica. How many young persons up today know about Madam Rose Leon?
Yes, and it is bad. That's why one more Jamaica heritage in our school. We know more people know about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King.
She's Jamaica's first female cabinet minister.
Yeah, man, no, that me talk about. No. Wait, man, another point me I try get. You know, you point me. No, you the point me at the school, man. You the point me.
Well, I say history. So, well, man, you say history. Me listen to one all the time, man. I know one about this. So,
but you can't cut on me. I
teach.
No,
you say we history enough to teach.
Jesus
and you know you're going to say we need to bring back more history in our school.
Hey, we're speaking specifically about slavery. Don't
no. He did not say history. He did not say history not to be teaching school. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. No, like fabricate story too much. Okay, let me make it worse. Calm down. Let me calm down. Me I work as a referee. Calm down. No, to be fair to him. To be fair, Soldier, wait. To be fair to him, he never said history overall. He was specific about the atrocities of slavery.
they were specific about not teaching that anymore.
Then
Right?
that's
So
where I'm getting. But that's where I'm getting.
we're not going to, but let's not construe it and start an argument. We do what was said
No,
earlier,
Chavi,
and that.
we're talking about.
So, but what I'm saying, Chavi, listen to this. Listen to this. The mere point, you know, we have some people up here trying to defend a position. You know why they're defending a position? And I'm gonna say this without fear or anything. They're battling for a slave master to support, to lead this country, and because they want a slave master descendant to lead us, they're batting. And I'm going there. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going there, but I'm just saying that.
No.
I'm just saying that and I leave that alone.
Soji, in respect to the
host. School go learn to read and write. That's why you need to go.
That's not necessary. Okay, because you can't even speak.
That is not necessary.
Leave Soji alone. Leave him alone.
That is not necessary either. No. Don't feed into it. Soji, hear me. Soji, hear me. Do not feed into it. Soldier friend, don't get no drought like your shoes. Don't get trapped. Don't feed into it. We are having a discussion. We are having a discussion. We are going to stick to having a discussion. When you are having a mode, you are going to dirty up to. So don't do it. Don't do it, Soldier. Don't do it.
Who will say we are whole reasoning and attack him a whole swift. How we are doing reasoning.
Hey, listen, man. So now, okay, me have to. So me no kind of fusion at brother. We have a good discussion on the ground. We no have to put something about politics tonight, brother.
DP, want to ask a question?
All right, DP, let's do not use these terminologies.
Yeah, the question.
Richards, let me handle it. Richards, let me handle it. DP, do not use these terminologies because they're going to be taken literal. Just abide the terminology then. Don't attack nobody. O'Keefe, don't do the attack.
Everybody know my name for the platform. My name is Richard.
Good.
Some of them.
Carl, here's my question.
O'Keefe.
How many Jamaicans approximately living in America right now? In Carl?
Over 1 million.
So me could go back to where the argument go on defiant and say she not do nothing. You know, Bill, you say you have family members that benefit from the action of Rosa Parks today.
Jesus Christ. Hey, listen. Exactly. Let me agree to disagree.
I know, listen, look here, let me be honest. I know her as a politician.
So you said you Richard. That's what you said. You said doesn't matter to us. What happened?
It don't matter to where Jamaica. You don't do nothing for Jamaica, brother. Because
it does, Hugh. Wait,
let me say now. Where now Rosie Park fight for Jamaica?
Yes, when you finish that, let us say so.
Yeah, man.
I don't want your button.
Yeah, me not about it. Where Rosa Park did a fight for in the 70s, late 60s, 70s. Paul Bogle, Sam Shaw, and Kojo war for that already.
It was the same thing. You Richards, I already made the distinction, you Richards.
No, but
I already made the distinction. No. You Richards, no. I already made the distinction of her contribution. It was not slavery. You cannot mix the people who fight against slavery with somebody who fought against segregation. Yes, it is a part of the collective struggle of our ethnicity, but it's not the same. No, sir. Jesus.
Let me say this, please. When Rosie Parker fight for instance, she want them and mad can fight for voting rights and all them things there in America. And since in the 70s, black women have voted in America. Black women have voted in Jamaica from 1944. Black people. With the way in America the way behind we. Maternity, wait, let me finish. Don't hold on, let me finish.
You Richard, hold on, man, hold on. Me I set you up, hold on. Because me know where you go too far. You made a point just now that black women could vote from as far as the 1940s, right? That's what you said, right?
Black people.
1944.
Black people.
Did many black women vote back in those times?
In Jamaica?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How you know that?
Yeah, you know, history man, most black people on the voters list, brother.
You want me? You want me know? You want to know how me can tell
you?
After universal adult suffrage, black people are allowed. Anybody could vote in Jamaica.
Hold on, man.
After universal adult suffrage.
Hold on. There's a point I want to bring to you now. Understand?
Yeah, make me understand.
Under one Phyllis, who didn't know so you have to pay for vote? Did y'all know that you have to pay to vote? And most of the black people never have shit, so they never vote.
That is not after 1944. No, universal adult suffrage. No, sir.
After 1954, as long
as there is 21,
you
had
to pay for it. You had to pay for it.
No,
Jesus Christ. Run Google. I'm willing to be wrong. Run Google.
I have it right here.
You, Richards, run Google. Run Google, Richards. Run Google.
Voting rights for black and poor people in white Jim Crow. And basically, hold on, let me go to the where it is. Blacks who tried to vote were threatened, beaten, and I want to go at the top of it. From 1900 to 1965, most African Americans were not allowed to vote in the South.
Jamaica, we're not America. Jamaica.
Jesus, okay.
Jamaica, yeah.
We're talking, but you know what, Hugh? I wanted to touch this on where
just
you were
talking about.
You really don't care.
Run Google, because
you really don't care about. But listen, if Martin Luther, along with Rosa, did not work on segregation from in the South, your kid running up to America, you running up to America as you like to, you would not be celebrating, because it affects everyone in the Western world. Everybody likes to run up to America. That segregation, remember, you had Jamaicans, Kamala was also going up there when he was in university, going in the march against for civil rights for blacks. It's not blacks in America, it's blacks in the Western world. So I don't know what you're talking about, Richards. We're not talking about slavery, we're talking about segregation. You would not have gone. And let me tell you something. I'm in a group with some.
Me Google.
Allow me to finish.
Jamaica with the pan. Jamaica, no, Jamaica with the pan.
Please, I understand that.
Then let me talk about Jamaica.
God, finish. Gentlemen, God Almighty, allow people to finish. You want to hug the stage and talk.
Empress, your argument when you're talking about don't make sense. We're talking about Jamaica.
Go speak English and don't speak to me, please.
Hey, guess what? It maybe not make sense to you.
What on the Empress? Empress, hold on the Empress. Okay, if it maybe not make sense to you, no one hear the conclusion of the argument. So low all.
But
I'm saying, if you should, you know what, Carl, if you should listen to a lot of Black Americans, let me tell you something. They are more segregated right now in this century than any. They will literally tell you that they do not want you in America because hadn't been for Rosa, hadn't been for Martin Luther, hadn't been for all the civil rights leaders, all these immigrants would not be able to enjoy the benefit of America. You know what? For some reason, I do agree.